What's up, guys? So today what I'll be doing is, it's a little chilly in here, so got the fire started, that's cool. But as you all know, it's trending around is the COVID-19 stuff, so no one's really racing any of their cars right now. So it's a good time to work on them, do some upgrades that you want to do. So what we have here is a subframe reinforcement kit. We got offset trailing arm bushings, and we got all the polyurethane subframe bushings. So they're all in good shape, but just want to do all these upgrades to prevent any issues. Alright, so here's a little update for you if you're going to do this yourself. What I've done is pulled the brake caliper from here. I had to drop the camber arm just to get the brake line up and through there. There's a little mount for the brake line you got to pull off. I'm going to take this guy and strap it up so it's not dangling by the rubber line. I've dropped the shock so the control arm's free, and then I still have to pull the e-brake cable, so you can either pull it out from inside the brake itself or pull it out from the car. I'm probably just gonna pull it from the car because I think it's easier. I may be wrong. And then just have to repeat the process over here on this side. So that's what I'm about to start doing now, and then strap these boys out, and then we'll be ready to drop our subframe. Things I've already done. We dropped the drive shaft on this guy. There's a little brace that goes over the drive shaft. You gotta take that out so you can get to these bolts a little easier. As you can tell, these old bushings are pretty shitty. Probably contributed to why I've broken some things last season. So we're gonna replace all those and it'll be much happier. Paint all this, make it look pretty if we get carried away since we got lots of time. Alright, so next what that you're going to want to do, now that you've taken off your brakes and all that good stuff, your shock's disconnected, mostly everything's ready to drop. You don't want to forget about two things. If your car has it, because it's stock, you will have a speed sensor hooked up. I do not, because, well, I don't even have a damn dash, so. Yeah, next thing you're going to do, you might not have to hike up so far if you're on the ground, but go up into the car here. Ugh. Shake the camera all over. Ow! Hit your head. Shake the camera around. Talking real cool like. And then you can go to your e-brake. And there's going to be two 10 mils. I've already taken two of them off. Come on, focus up. Yeah. So I've already taken two off. So you're going to want to take both those guys out so you can pull the cable out. Alright, so now that we've disconnected them up there, we've already pulled them off here. Oh, sick, bro. Ah! We've pulled them off there. If your car's really rusty, you might want to put some channel locks on here. Just kind of wiggle, pull it nicely. Don't pull too hard on the casing so you don't wreck the cable. They should just slide out nicely. And then I'm gonna hope they just freely come out when I drop the subframe out of these boys here, which they should. So the next step is gonna be to lower the whole car down near the ground, because I don't want to drop a subframe on my head, and then I'll just support it with the jack and take out those last couple bolts and drop the whole subframe. Here's an important step you don't want to forget, is your trailing arm bolts, because I also got some offset bushings for that. So I've already pulled 2 out of the 3 out. I'm going to leave the last one on each side in there until I get it lowered down and supported, and then I'll drop everything at once. There we have it. Subframe's on the ground. Now the fun part starts, putting all the bushings in, doing a reinforcement kit, even though this one's in really good shape. Alright, so what I've done here, now that I've got all this dropped, I got one of these bolts out already, but you're going to want to pull those bolts out. You're going to want to find out what plates go where, and which way, and what I've done here is label them, so you can see front, left, down. So this guy will go up there and start welding in place. So first step will be the nice messy job of taking the grinder and just fucking wire brushing the shit out of everything, so you get a nice substrate to weld to. Alright guys, so it's not fun to grind off all that old stuff. As you can tell, you want to get your substrate nice and clean though, so you have a good surface to weld to. You can kinda, you're gonna want to bend your plate into rough shape. It doesn't have to be perfect, as you see I actually overbent it a little bit there. But you can kind of start welding as you got heat into it. You can start to bend it and really form fit it nicely as you go along there. So if you're a better individual than me and go along and just prep all of them right away. I've prepped 2 mostly. That one can use a little bit more, but I want to take a little break from doing the prep. I'm going to start welding this one. That'll also give the welder a chance to cool down in between, so weld one, and then prep some more, and then go back to welding. So yeah. As you can see there, I got one fully welded into place. You know, maybe fully welding all the way around the outside of the plate is a little bit overkill. You might be able to get away with just skip welding it around if you want, but I just like to always go above and beyond. You're gonna want to grind these guys nice and smooth, and maybe those, if you got it bumped up a little bit, because you want your mating surface to sit nice and flat on there, right? So apart from that, you can just kind of leave them as they lay, cover it with paint so you don't get it all rusty. And now I just got 3 more to do, so that's not super exciting. I probably won't video the rest of it. So you've seen one, you know how to do them all. So as I was welding along, you can just take your hammer and just kind of smack it along, because you want to make sure that you're nice and tight. And you want to keep in mind too that this is just like super thin tin. You're not really welding to anything super crazy thick, so don't put too much heat in it, but enough heat that you get some good penetration there. So do what you can. It's a bit of a pain in the butt, especially if you're under the car doing it on the ground. So but yeah, do that, and then we won't have any subframe issues in the future with this car, because that's a common problem on these guys. Alright, so skip forward a couple hours, and we have all of the plates done. Ran out of black paint, but it's a black primer on there, so I'll paint everything nicely. And yeah, so you gotta drop the filler neck. No biggie. I just dropped that side of the tank so you can fully weld everything. Drop this side of the tank. Got some wet rags on there so nothing catches on fire. Works out nicely. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching. I think that's all I'm gonna do for tonight. Got a lot done, so pretty rad. Next up I'll be installing those poly bushings in there and stuff, but that'll be another task on itself. Put a final coat of paint on there, but pretty happy with how it's coming along. Yeah, I don't know, I got a fair amount of footage, so I'll throw it all together and be a big old collab for you. So as always, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and thanks for tuning in.